Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I've got another different material I would like to encourage you guys to try. In one of my past videos, I believe you guys have seen me using the chamois material to wrap a bunch of stuff, but in this particular demonstration it's for my work sharp, and it just keeps everything off of it. It rubs on stuff and gets black stuff on it, on the stones, and just keeps it clean, as well as I can dry it off with this if I want to, or use it for different stuff itself. It makes really good buckskin replacement, so you don't have to use expensive buckskin. So chamois cloth, you can, it's leather. I think it may be goat skin, I think, but you can look up all the different types there are. I get mine off of Amazon, and it's just a large chamois cloth, and I try to get the natural chamois cloths. The other ones are this strange synthetic material that do absorb a lot of water, but it's not, they won't be leather, they'll be something different. And for about $8 you can get one that's pretty big. They have rough measurements, maybe 16 inches wide by 24, 28 inches long. Pretty long. And one that size, so one this size, will make you some little bitty pieces, as well as something this size. This is basically a food wallet, and I wanted something light that was still tough, and I went with the chamois material. And when I made it, it's just got a really long strap on it here. It's just kind of not super well done, but it's got a really long piece of material that I wrap around it. So it's got a long end, and I just wrap it around 2 or 3 times and stick it under itself, and that's it. But what I did with it is just a little lightweight pouch, and in the pouch, well, I'll show you. This is my snack bag, I'll kind of say. So like if I'm doing classes, or I'm in a spot where I'm away from the vehicle, because most of the time if I do classes I'm car camping, so I have a cooler and all that good stuff. And our classroom is somewhere close to where we camp. Instead of walking back and forth, I make something like this and take it with me the first trip and just leave it with my stuff. That way I have something there. And they're pretty basic, but some stuff I like to carry is chili roasted pistachios. They're pretty good. I have 2 cans of oysters, and these are the smoked oysters with onions, carrots, and peppers in them. I've got one of these Milano cookies. There's actually 3 cookies in there. I have a couple meat and cheese sticks. I got a hot and spicy Spam. I have 2 packs of original barbecue chicken. And I also have 2 apple cinnamon oatmeals. And this would be stuff that I would have just in case I want something. I want a little snack and I don't feel like walking all the way back to the car or whatever. I would keep these items. I do snack a lot during the day. If you are at a base camp, Rooster, you don't come over here starting to be bad. If you are at a base camp, most of the time they have a pot on all the time. There's a kettle on, and that's just for coffee or just having hot water there all the time. You can empty one of those things of oatmeal into your nesting cup, or if you have just a little plastic cup, you can empty one of those in there and have some oatmeal, which is hot, warm you up, and it's pretty heavy on the stomach, in just a couple of minutes. It doesn't really take long at all, and that's something that's handy to have. I know, of course, I'm one of them too. I can get hangry sometimes. Once I get to a certain point where I'm hungry, I just want to get something to eat. I mean, if it was life or death, it would be different. But if I had the ability to walk for 5 minutes and come back with some tacos, I'm going to go get me some tacos. Like, I'm not going to starve. This helps. Children, I have whipped out the old snack sack a couple times and gave kids pistachios or beef jerky to hold them over until it's actually lunchtime. Kids can get pretty ornery too. Of course, we're not too different than them when it comes time to get ourselves fed. But this pouch, the contents could be really anything that you wanted to put in there. The ground's kind of wet. Oh, sticking to my stuff. But when you put it up, always kind of tuck mine in there. And then I'll just wrap it until I get to the end of my cord. And then I tuck my cord back under it. And it's a super simple project. Material's tough. And this is, like I said, a whole chamois cloth. That's the whole body of the bag and the strip, and you end up with some bits and pieces like this. You can cut this stuff really easily with a knife. You can take and put a knife in something. This board likes to try to move, but you can hold it so it won't move. You can take and if you don't have scissors, you can take and cut your material with this knife if you wanted to. I have scissors on my Swiss Army knife, so it's not really a super big deal, but you could totally use a knife to cut this stuff if you needed to. Sewing it, just your basic sewing stuff, needle and thread, no big deal. You could say, I'm considering making me a better one of these that's just a little different, and I considered making this point here where it's attached. This point is taking and sewing it on there, and then putting me a piece of leather on there and popping a couple rivets in it just to add with the stretchy part of it, because it stretches pretty tight. Now you could tear that stuff if you wanted to. You could grab it and pull that little piece out, but I just run up and down each side. And this is the same sewing stuff that I used in I think it was I did a $20 leatherworking video where we got a really inexpensive leatherworking kit and a razor knife and a hammer just to kind of start doing this stuff. And this would be totally capable, or you could be capable of doing this with that little $20 set. Plain needle and thread would work fine. One of those stitching awls, speedy stitchers or whatever it's called, that would be easy to do. you could use an actual larger awl and then sew it together with thinner pieces of the material. Lots of options, and it's a decent sized piece of leather for under $10. You can look around and you can find some pretty expensive ones, but for this, I would look and just get. You may have to take a gamble and get one your first time just to kind of see how good it is, but give it a shot. It's pretty good material to work with. Makes neat stuff. Excellent substitution for buckskin. Alright guys, I wanted to share. Happy Halloween. Later.